Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Ay, still not understanding.
If you made it to my video, hey, hi, hello, everyone. If you don't already know me, my name is Denasia Lachey. And this is an introduction video to my new podcast I will be hosting called Let's Talk About It. So, for more information, Let's Talk About It will be a podcast held by yours truly, and we are just going to be talking about it. Those things that you feel like are hard conversations for you to have or for someone to have face to face. So, tonight I asked my Instagram for a couple of topics. I received maybe like 3 or 4, and I'm going to go through a couple of them, explain in my own words, hit it best based off the topics that we were given. I don't know. Let's go. So one of the topics we're breaking up. How is breaking up a hard conversation to have face to face? Let's be real. Who just want to tell somebody, yeah, I'm done? If you got the balls, go ahead. But me personally, I can't walk up to my partner and just say, yeah. That's probably what I would do. But in the reality of the situation, I feel like, breaking up is a hard conversation to have face to face because not only are there emotions involved, but like that's just a lot to put out there all at one time. You could be trying to tell this person that you want to break up, but you could just be saying that so that they can try to hurry up and take you back. And then now look, cat's out the bag, and they wanted to break up too, and now you like, wait, we both been feeling like this whole time. Could have saved yourself the trouble. But even though it is a hard conversation to have face to face, I feel like that is the best way to go about a breakup. If you do it face to face, yes, you have to face those emotions, but that's kind of the point of the conversation. At the end of the day, having a breakup face to face is kind of like closure because you're looking for something that isn't or never was there in all actuality. Like when you break up to somebody face to face, in my opinion, don't get me wrong, I haven't grown all the way into the full woman that I am here to be, but I just feel like if you're looking to tell your partner face to face that you don't want to be with them anymore, you are looking for an answer back for them to not let you go. I could be wrong, but I'm also a little bit right. I feel like it's like that little bit of, no, babe, I don't want you to go, please. Like it's you kind of holding on to that. You are, but you gotta let it go. If it was meant, it'll be. If it wasn't, that's kind of cliche. I'm not gonna say that. I'm going to say, if you approach somebody and you are telling them face to face that you want to break up, if that person wholeheartedly want to be with you, y'all are gonna have a conversation right then and there to better that situation because they did not want that to happen. Period. 9 times out of 10, the conversation, not even the conversation, the urge of leading up to this conversation wouldn't be that hard if that's the case, because you should have a little certainty. I'm not gonna say that. You should have a little certainty in your partner that they love you enough to not let that happen. But just like I said, like they could be feeling like this the whole time and they just was waiting on you to say it. So you just got to be careful and make sure when having conversations like that, you're taking not only your own feelings into accountabilities, but that other person's too. Make sure y'all are on the same page. Make sure if they feelings are mutual that you don't get upset with them because of that. Because that's also a smack in the face. You could be like, wait, you been wanting to break up with me? Like, I didn't even have to give you this conversation to sit down with you. Don't feel like that. Because this is not for your satisfaction. This is just for the betterment of y'all two as individuals to just break things off. All breakups don't have to be toxic and hating each other and fighting and like to the point to where you have to leave. Like sometimes it's just okay and best to walk away. Another topic was admitting that you cheated. Y'all are some cheaters, and at the end of the day, y'all need to just say it. If you gonna keep cheating like that, just say you cheated. Cause go to the beginning of the video if you want to hear what I said about cheaters. If you're all the way to this point, you heard it. Next topic is closure. The reason is because, crying and things like that. So, my question back was, Do you think it's because they aren't willing to give you the reassurance, or that they can't give you the reassurance? Closure is reassurance. You are reassuring the fact that, are we done, or is there anything else that we could put into this relationship to potentially grow after this? Like a lot of us, well, before I go into how I feel, I'm going to tell you her response. And she said that it's both. A little bit of the fact that you know they can't give you the reassurance, as well as, you know, just wanting reassurance. The fact that you have to go throughout this relationship, or had to go throughout the relationship to the point of closure, without knowing everything, you know, without knowing what us girls want to know. We want to be reassured about a lot of things we love within the relationship. We want to be reassured that we're beautiful, reassured that you wake up and like seeing my face every day. It might sound simple, but those are the things that we as women, we want. We are sleeping with you every night. We wake up to you every day. We're doing what we can do as women to show up and be, you know, that person for our partner. That's what we want. That's what I want. Oh, dang. The reason that I'm here speaking today is to speak for me and a lot of my sisters, so I know it's what y'all want too. Any men or males on here watching, yes, your girl wants you to wake up and tell her, baby, I love you. I'm just so happy I got to wake up and see your face today. Stanky breath and all. You would be surprised. She said that both the unsurety, but know it's something that you need to do. It's an emotional overload. So I took that as it's both, because of the fact of her being unsure, but at the same time, knowing that you need to do it. 100% of the time with closure, you have no answers, but that's the point of it. Closure is that last final experience that gives you the answer to your questions, those reassurities that you are wanting that person to just miraculously say, to be like, yes, I knew it. This is that, yeah, no, baby, keep looking. This is that confirmation from God that what you were putting into this situation or this relationship was not serving you to your fullest and best ability. So these are your answers from me, my child, to tell you that this is not for you. And sometimes that's okay. Like, that's the part that I feel like is, as women, is most hard for us to deal with when closing out of a relationship, is that it's okay. Kind of feel like that the person owe us something back because of how much we had given them over like a point of a time frame, but it's okay, because like most of your relationships throughout your life are going to just be lessons, unless you meet that one person and you know y'all are both God-fearing people who are willing to put in that work, you know, who are willing to have those conversations, who are willing to say, baby, let's talk about it. Because when y'all talk about it, it's supposed to be a conversation and action immediately after. That's one thing that kind of I steer away from having the same conversations we're talking about with certain people. I'm nobody in this category. I'm just saying with me, myself, personally. My main reason of avoiding these kind of conversations is because, like, the aftermath of it, I'm the type of person that's like, okay, we said it, we put it in black and white, let's move forward from it, but also at a pace that's getting us away from it. You can't talk about something, put it in black and white, and still go do what we just said we weren't gonna do. No. Closure don't work for a lot of relationships, because it's like, you go to your partner, let's say that the relationship, you have your conversation, this is the closure for you, but it's closing out that bad situation, and now you guys are willing and able to walk into a new light, but somebody within this partnership or within this situation keeps going back to where you guys were supposed to steer away from. Still with me, then we kind of get in there. Closure is not necessarily a conversation to have gained answers from. I honestly feel like closure is that last conversation that is reassuring God that whatever you thought this was, it's not. So baby, let it go. We did cheating, closure, friendship. They didn't really say anything specifically about friendships, but I got experience, so I guess I could go on the topic if they want to add some input on it, or if I gotta take it in my own direction. As for friendships, me personally, I would say it just depend on the context of the conversation, depending on that friend. Okay, let's put it like this. As this is your friend, years, childhood friend, childhood best friend, somebody you've grown up with, someone you look at as your sister, I feel like there should be no conversation that should not be able to be had face to face. Everybody is their own individual person, and everybody reacts to different things very much differently. If we are friends, and like I said, if we are indebted in this, like we 10 plus years in, we're best friends. If we through thick and thin type stuff, there's no way you shouldn't feel comfortable enough to come to me and tell me anything off your chest, and vice versa. I should be able on the flip side to come to you and tell you however I feel. If there's ever a situation where you go to a friend, said friend, like we said, years long, tight, and they react to you in any kind of foul way when you're just trying to tell them of your feeling, I think you need to reevaluate your friendship. Quite honestly, I'm very much considering both people because, like I said, everybody take things differently. This is just like when I said about cheating. It's not about taking your feelings and dumping it on the other person. But if you were to approach them in a manner like, hey, you know, I've been feeling some type of way about something lately and I just want us to talk about it. You feel like you and your friend haven't talked that much and you just miss your friend and you're like, hey, I feel like we've been a little distant. I don't know if anything happened for us to like be like this right now, but I miss you, and I want to see you. Like some people take that as like vulnerability, and like when you do that, like they immediately have a grip on your heart. Like it's not that deep. It's not that serious. You care for somebody, show them that type of affection. Like, cause in a friendship, like we not girlfriend and boyfriend. You just my homegirl. You just my homeboy. Like, so be open and upfront and honest with your friend, because at the end of the day, a friend is a reflection of you, just like a relationship. And you want to be that person for them as you want them to be for you. You don't want to, on the flip side, be like, she never come to me for me to talk to her, and like we never bonded on this kind of level. Yeah, because you never gave them the room to. You never opened that door. As long as they feel like this is just a we hang out and we do things kind of thing, then that's how they're gonna approach the relationship. Y'all are real friends years into this, and like we white on rice. Speak up, baby, or forever hold your peace. And if it's eating you up that bad inside, it ain't peace. Speak your truth. And that kind of probably got everywhere. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. That is for long time friendships. On the flip side, we got these friendships that you feel are your friendships that are not really friendships, but they show up as such. They look like it, dress like it, act like it. But at the end of the day, they are not that. We kind of get fooled by those sometimes too. Like with people like that, you just have to treat them accordingly. You can do your big one and cut them off and cut off your ears. But for some of the softer ones, you just with a distance, at a distance. I love you, but what are those hard conversations to have face to face with your friends? That I don't want to be your friend no more. You got that long 10, 12-year friendship and you feel like it's just not cutting it. Like those 10 years prior to, we were the best ever, but like these last 2 years, we ain't been on the same path. It is what it is. You gotta let them go. If you got those friends where they wasn't really your real friends in the first place, like you want to confront them about something, but you feel like the conversation is hard to have face to face, save yourself the trouble. At the end of the day, you ain't got to explain nothing to nobody that ain't worth the explaining to. It's one thing to get something off your chest and be like, yeah, I had to let her know because I ain't feel her for this. That's fine. But what if she be like, exactly like that? What if she don't say nothing? She don't give you the time of day. She just look at you like, girl, now you feeling crazy because you done opened up and put your heart on the sleeve for somebody that wasn't even worth that. When it comes down to these friends and these sister girls, they be iffy, they be picky. One minute they be your bestie, one minute they be us till the wheels fall off. I'm talking about it ain't even no wheels on this car no more and we in here. That's me. You got them. That could be me too. I would never do that to my friend of some years. but you got them ones. That's why it'd be hard to have them conversations face to face when it comes to friends and stuff like that. Me personally, I can do it, but I have good judgment enough to know like certain conversations that are worth having and that aren't. So you do with that what you will. Personally, I feel like if she's not your friend, like of like white on rice, 10+ years, and y'all like sisters in this, spare me. So as we bring this video to an end, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you stayed this far, this is my first YouTube video slash podcast. The reasoning for this video is to introduce myself and what I will be doing here on YouTube. I will be hosting a new podcast channel that will be entitled Let's Talk About It. And that will be simply for anything to talk about. Of my Instagram story, and I asked them what are some hard conversations to have face to face, and that's how we got on the topic of cheating, closure, friendships. But I did just want to thank you guys, whoever is still here watching this video. If you didn't make it this far and you come back and you do make it this far, I just want to thank you about putting this out here, because it's putting myself out there in a new light that I've never shown myself before. So I just want to say thank you, for taking the time to listen to me. Comment, subscribe, and like if you like and you want to see more. And if you have more topics for me to hit, or you just have something that you want me to speak on specifically, I will be dropping my Instagram down, and that will be my pretty much headquarters for Let's Talk About It. To create a safe space for both my homegirls and homeboys to be able to talk about it, because I feel like in our society, in our generation, that's one thing that we don't do. And if you know me personally, you know that I could do that all day. So about other stuff for other people that we all going through, I'm gonna have topics for us for days. But I just wanted to take the time out to say thank you, like, comment, subscribe.